One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Yellow Jackets will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard, quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for a loss.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Miranda. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. With the catch, it's Miranda. Still running at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He's got an open man. On the move at the 30. Flying down the right side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Pulls it fired complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
From the gun, running back gets the give. There he goes. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll ride the hot hand. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Right on the money. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught in the backfield. It's strong. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. It's on target and complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. 5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Off the play fake. Got a man. It's Montgomery. There he goes. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Yeah, and I love calling the QB's number. I don't care if he gets hit down near the goal line, 4th and goal. I need him to make a play. Nice job being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Thanks to grab. Breaks into the open. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Motion from the wideout. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Finds his big tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Bringing it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to pass, it's Knowles. Got his man quickly. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throwing catch.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. Get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, and then go get extra yards.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, David, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Got his man on the right. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Fresno State right back to the line. Looking downfield very late in the half. He'll throw it. Finds his tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buying some time. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss.
Well, this is a quarterback who's used to using his athleticism to his advantage and burning defenses, but there was nothing going there. Great job by the defense, taking everything away and forcing a run for a loss as that quarterback was smart to get out of bounds.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Looking to throw, it's Knowles. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here comes the heat. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on 4th. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders at 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Knowles. Good timing on the quick out. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Gets it to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. The corners are walked up tight. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's loose. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Lost one deep down the right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the stomping has commenced.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Nebraska is getting smoked. And even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure folks around that program feel that way. Something's up there in Lincoln. They're trailing by 15 to Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
414 satellite. 414 satellite. Come on,
Running it to the right. Just ran over it. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Fresno State will have to punt. He'll try to really get into this one.
on to punt it away.
And the returner goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Knowles. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive
throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw in that touchdown pass.
It's a fake. Shuffle it to the tight end. They're not going to get there, trying to sneak it in for the 2, and they'll get 0 instead. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Makes a connection. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Wants to throw. It's Knowles. Got him downfield. Smashes ahead. Turns it on at midfield. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the defense.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Yellow Jackets looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Looking for room at the 30. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. You count up those explosive plays in a game and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They're dealing with a second and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Bulldogs are threatening on 1st and goal. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of